Every time you say that, Harry, they throw things. You need to stop over. Oh no! Michael Bull. Plummett's not alone here. Oh no, Plummet.
Vas-Y here needs to watch out.
Oh, big nades. Oh, big nades. There is no. Hello and welcome back to the Halo 5 Pro Series. It's 2021. We've got some more Halo 5 action. This is our coverage. I'm Sharzy1, joined by the wonderful Wonder Boy. And Harry, boy oh boy, it's been a big break, but I'm damn sure glad to be back.
Yeah, we're back. We've got double elimination now as well, so there's even more games. Yeah, it's great to be back, isn't it? It's a shame that certain players in the community decided to play the winners bracket final without waiting for us. So we're basically casting a single elimination bracket again. But hopefully for next week we can get it sorted out. We still have some great losers bracket action to come though. We already know teams in the grand finals and of course in the losers finals are waiting for the bracket to catch up. So here it is. We're commencing the bracket catching up now, and hopefully we can get to the business end of the tournament fairly shortly.
Yeah, last season you might have known them as Kroganavavirus. They've changed the name just a little bit, just a touch. They're now called Kroganavaccine. I've almost knackered that completely. And but they'll be playing up against Precision Light, Mista, Chick, and Shabby. So this is going to be one of those games where it could go either way. It's all going to come down to form. All these players are well experienced on Halo 5 and in the competitive scene. Full stop. Harry, I want to ask you for your prediction. What way do you see it going?
I think it's a tough one. I think a lot of eyes will be on Precision Light in this lobby. Yes, you have the likes of Speed, who's featured in Halo World Championships in the past. But I think the big question is, after Precision Light's breakout performance in the Halo 5 Pro Series seasons previous, he was on the Mocket roster, who famously took down, or should I say one of the top two teams, in a couple of tournaments here or there, and really started to break the mold on that Mocket team until things went south. A lot of questions were asked of him, where would he end up next? He's found himself on this roster. I'm looking for a big performance out of him, to be honest, because he needs to prove that, I think it's fair to say on paper this team isn't as strong as maybe that Mocket team was that he was on. Can he still put up those big time performances? Can he still put up those numbers? Can he still take over games in the similar sense that he did when he had that supporting cast around him, now that, maybe he doesn't have as strong of a supporting cast? So I'm looking for Precision Light to step up. In terms of a prediction and which way I see it going, I think this is a tough one to call. I can't really see either of these two teams, if they make it through, challenging in the losers bracket final. I would love to be proven wrong. But when I look at these two teams on paper, they don't seem to be like the most practiced teams. They seem a bit stuck together with sellotape. We need a bit more, adhesion in there. We need a bit of super glue. We need some industrial solvent or something to try and challenge a bit later on in the bracket. So it could be a bit of a scrappy one, but I'm looking forward to it nonetheless.
Harry is calling for some Gorilla Glue. Right at the moment, it's only Pritt Stick holding these teams together, and they're always flowing, ever changing. If this doesn't go too well, will they all split up again and will we have a little mini roster mania? Only time will tell. But are these teams just playing for third place? Is it going to be the rebirth and the cartel story in grand finals? Well, they'll be hoping they can stick the nose in and get in and amongst the big boys as we get ourselves underway. First map's going to be CTF on Coliseum. As I always say, season after season, it's my favorite game type. It's my favorite map. I don't like it, but me personally, it's one of my favorites. We're going to kick it off now, underway. As you can see, we're loading. It's always about the power weapons control, always about controlling the map. Harry, what way do you see this kicking off for us off the start?
You keep asking me this question. And I keep throwing it back at you. I don't know.
Stop throwing it back at me.
I still am not sure which way this one's going to go, because I just don't see either of these two teams being completely, well drilled and practiced like we like to see in these types of competitions. There is a fantastic start for Kroganavaccine here to start things off. This is the first time I'm going to get that one right, and probably the only time I'm going to get their team name right early on. But they win both power weapon fights. They have rockets in the hands of Tommy the Krogan. You have speed on screen, of course, right now with Snipe. We've seen him hit some speediculous snipes in the past, so hopefully he's on top form. And when you do get into these types of matches, Richie, where both teams maybe not as well practiced and as well coordinated as some other teams, you can start to see individual players take over. The likes of Speed, if he gets himself a snipe and gets rolling, the likes of Precision Light, if he can, really start to put sprees together, you can see them really take over the matches, and it's there's certainly room for improvement on both sides. Shabby with Snipe now.
Early doors, both teams trading blow for blow. Nobody really able to dictate the pace of the game. Shabby Dagger with the snipe rifle in his hand, and I think we will have to revisit that line from Wonderboy where he said speediculous. I didn't know that was a thing, but now it is. So rocks and rolls, Shabby Dagger trying to hit some shots, few shots going and miss, but he did manage to find the body of Crossman, takes him down, but loses his life in the meantime. And Speed now in big trouble as he gets taken down by Precision Eye. This flag's on the move, but stopped, fortunately for them, by AG Spot. Now putting down some shots top, but Chick still running that flag, still relaying it across the map, but they've got it well over the halfway point, and they're going to need a big return our Kroganavaccine right now.
Yeah, they're rallying this, and I thought maybe that kill would have given them a chance to overextend over the Rocket side, but guess what? It was not enough. The relay coming in from Precisionite initially, and then Chick was there to keep the flag moving in a quick pace, allowed Precisionite to come off the respawn, and in the end it's blue team who are up 1-0 early on in this game. Rockets going their way as well.
Precisionite getting taken down, but not without taking a man with him. If he's going to the death screen, someone is falling with him. Crossman now on the ramp, trying to just dictate the pace of the game. Can he do so? No, he can't. He gets taken down by that rocket launcher by Chick, a former teammate, of course, of SLG and Co. One of those dominant rosters on the side of the French. Shoots that rocket towards, connects with Speed as well. And this could very well spell trouble for Kroganavaccine. They could find themselves 2 caps down if they're not careful here, Harry.
Yeah, the vaccinations need to start coming in really soon. That's a big kill onto Chick from Tommy. That's going to stop the flag run just for now. These types of rhythm-breaking kills from Tommy, such as those, will really help some of the spawners come up, allow you to get a bit more control on your side of the map. Crossman here trying to run a flag. This is actually going to work out because there's 3 dead on the other side. They're getting return here as well, so this should be a tying flag capture. There's a big kill coming in though. Looks like they're going to be able to relay it. It's only Chick who can do anything, and unfortunately he can't get there in time. Mister on your screen takes down Speed, but Speed's team, who is currently all tied up 1-1. Precisionite just grabbing a new snipe here as well.
And how often do we see that on Coliseum? It looks as though the flag cap is going to go in one team's favour, and all of a sudden there's a kill or two, a trade, somebody's overextended and pulled the flag, and it's all tied up 1-1. So if you are on the side of Precisionite and Co, you might find yourself a little bit feeling unlucky not to go 2 caps to the good, but no, you've been pegged back. It's level now. You can reset, get yourself back up and rolling. Spall with the sniper rifle in his hand, unable to find the body of that player there as he flashed before his eyes, and Speed takes down Mist in the kill feed. Chick returns the favour onto Speed. Spall does find the body of Precision. I try to stop this flag from being relayed. Yes, he does. Gets himself a double kill, and a flag's being pulled in the other way again. This map is on a roll right now from Spall.
That is a big kill from Spore, but also the 2 previous. It was very tantalising in that kind of situation. He and Tommy, the eventual flag capturer here for the vaccinators, come in. And, there was a 2v2 on the map momentarily, and Spore was the man who had to make the kills because Tommy was running the flag. And, boy, he got 3 kills in a row, and that the capture come in. Here's the problem, though. Chick running flag, but Tommy with another double, huge to stop the flag. Shabby goes down as well, so the only man alive right now is Precisionite on window. He needs to stay alive. He's found himself a sniper, but realistically, he needs to make some things happen because Crossman all the while was in his own base, picking up the flag. And it's Kroganavaccine taking game 1, 3-1. What a performance. And, I'm starting to remember now what it's like to cast some Halo 5, Richie, because that was a quick one.
That game started off with a bang, and it ended just as quick. Looking at the stats, Tommy the Krogan has gone absolutely clutch there, and his teammate Crossman only really needed to get 3 kills, and it was all said and done. The game is over. You have to say, was Chick a little bit too... Did he run that flag a little bit too soon, and his death really snowballed that? What he done with staying alive and just letting that flag go, Harry?
It's a good question. I think it comes down to, the calls that he got from his teammates. I'm not really too sure what the rationale was from trying to run that flag. I mean, again, you're looking at pivotal moments in that game where Spore and Tommy were in a 2 versus 2 against Speed and Precisionite, I think it was. While they had a chance, both teams running flags. It's one of those situations where whoever starts hitting those shots is going to come out on top, and Spore obviously having the superior weaponry in the sniper. You can't trade those kills. It's not like Spore was being made weak. So in the end, it was a great work from the vaccinators. It has to be said, the Kroganavaccine coming to an NHS treatment center near you, 96.6% efficiency in treating the Kroganvirus.
Quite a lot of flag jousts that has to be said. Bit of a coin flip either way. They could have very easily won that game, could Chicken Co, but they find themselves 1-0 down in the series, and now we're on to Slayer on Truth. This is where you find your bottle. This is where you recover. Anybody can win a Slayer. We always say it. This is the time to win it. Level up the series. You don't want to find yourself 2-0 down and missed it. Picked up the camouflage. That's a great start for him here, Harry.
Yeah, it is. Just keep an eye on Tommy though. He's continued his fine form from the previous game. He's already got 2 kills to his name. 2 of his team's 3 kills so far. But yeah, Mister getting the kill onto Spore just before he grabbed the camouflage. Allowed him to scoop that one up. He's been taken down though by Tommy, and now Speed is hitting 5s. You need to be really careful here on Slayer Truth. It can be so easy here in this 6th year of Halo 5. Teams are starting to realise whether you're a pickup team or just a high-level player. They're starting to realise you can really easily manipulate the spawns on this map. So if you find yourself in a spawn trap, you need to make sure you're fighting together and on the same page. So far, Precisionite and Shabby do just that, trying to find the spawners here in blue. Unfortunate though that Crossman's able to trade himself off before he goes down. Precisionite though on a 5-kill killing spree. Not bad from him, top middle control as well. So now it's time to maybe start putting the pain into some of the Kroganvirus players, or Kroganavaccine players I should say.
Tommy Krogan continuing that impressive start that he had in that flag game, looking to get a kill there, but taken down unfortunately. He's looking to get back up and rolling when he returns from the death screen. Crossman gets some shots down on bottom car, and Spawn now position car 2 can maybe down and clean up that kill. Throws a pre-nade into Precisionite. Precisionite doing a great job of just getting himself out of there, out of dodge, out of that frying pan, but out to bottom middle, and he gets cleaned up by his teammate then. And then we've got Spot down bottom car, all teammates, all enemies spawning in blue. He's gonna 1v1 here, whiffs his shots just a tiny bit to get that cleanup, and is taken down, so that costs him his life. And now Crossman in P2 trying to get involved in the fight as well, trying to hold down P2, but he's gonna get double teamed here, and that is gonna be 17 kills to 12 in favour of Mista and Co, and there's a lot of work to be done for Kroganavaccine.
Yeah, Mista here though on Carmine's side, he needs to realise camouflage is coming up here fairly soon. I'm pretty sure his team have a decent hold on it, but if I'm Mista, I'm starting to think pushing towards this basement and pink side just to secure your team a safe passage with that power up is going to be absolutely pivotal. He does just that. He's able to scoop up the camo now as well. That's quite a late one at 37, so now it's about staying alive, allowing your teammates to do the work and just making the smart decisions here. I like the rotation though. 10-point lead. You're in a pretty comfortable position here. Now it's just about making sure you trade off any of your teammates' deaths. Not getting average like this. Crossman comes, takes him down. No kills out of the camo there from Mista. A bit of a disappointing play. That will give the Kroganavaccine players a bit of motivation, I think, knowing that camo player wasn't really effective on the map.
That's the second camouflage for Mista, and it has to be said, he wasn't really able to do anything with both of them, not able to turn any of those power-ups into kills. But it doesn't matter at the moment, they're still up by a considerable distance, and they seem to be running away with things, but it's just as easy as you can get kills, they can be taken away. Truth give it, and Truth can't take it away. As Precisionite finds himself in a 1v1 on P2, pre-nade comes in, that's going to nail him, taking down to no shield. He's in a spot of bother and he is taken down, and now Tommy looking to answer back and maybe claw at this deficit now. Mista taking out the no shield, bottom middle, scrambling to stay alive is Mista, does a great job with speed, finally comes in with the help, and Tommy is taken down at the front base. So 10 kills the difference between these two teams, and has to be said, Chicken's that they're doing good right now.
Yeah, they are. Chick here on P3 as well, knowing the power-up's coming up fairly soon. I say fairly soon, it's quite a late one, wasn't it, at 37? But it's at this time of the game where it's approaching that sort of even minute mark that you need to be fighting around the bases and start influencing some of those player spawns over to the Carbine side. And right now, Kroganavaccine, they're in a great position. Camouflage is coming up in around 20 seconds time, yes, but they do have 2 of the Vas-Y players across the map spawning Carbine. Now it's on them, it's on blue team to push across the map and try and fight towards Pink 2. They're getting key kills though, Shabby taking down Speed, that's going to help out their cause. Spore goes down in P2 as well. Now Crossman, if on him, I start going towards Pink side to get eyes on this power up, but instead, listening to his team, he's getting kills, but the idea of going to Carbine side here is a little questionable because now, well, you've just allowed the camouflage to go into Chick's hands completely free of charge, and, well, he's just gone down there as well, so unfortunate. Chick also going down, no kills, but his team is in the lead by 10 points, so it doesn't matter that much that he doesn't get as big of a return out of that power-up.
It looked as though Kroganavaccine had everything they needed, all the ingredients to get themselves a couple of kills. They had P-side control, Camo was coming up very, very shortly, but then Vas-Y just decided the time was now and they were going to just take control of P, and they had to back that red team down into a corner and just took control pretty easily, got the camouflage, and again, weren't able to turn it into kills, but fortunately for them, when you get the camouflage obviously can't be used against you, so every time you get the camouflage, even if you're not turning it into kills, it's not being used to your detriment, as Mr. falls in P2, but manages to get that trade there as well. Shabby Dagger now situated on P1, looking to turn us around and maybe focusing on this player that's been called out. Tommy in a 1v1 with Shabby. Who's going to come up and trumps here? It's going to be Shabby Dagger on this occasion, and they only need 2 kills to close out this and tie up the series.
Yeah, one of those situations now where maybe start to fly forwards because you know you can't lose if you're blue. It's very, very unlikely that you're going to give away, what is that, 17 kills before you get 2 yourself. Credit to Speed and boys, they're playing as passive as you like. He's just going to find a player here front base, and while Speed, you don't want to be caught in that kind of situation when you only have 2 deaths to give away. Precision Eye now trying to help Chick out in P2. Shabby Dagger with the trade onto Tommy will close out our second game, tying up the series at Vas-Y. And we still are not sure exactly if that's how you pronounce their name, but guess what? We're the casters, we get to choose. And we're going with Vas-Y. Precision Eye with a big game.
We make the rules. It's Vas-Y versus Vaccinators. That's the way we're going to call it. That's the names of the game. Precision Eye, though, going absolutely huge. Wonderboy called for a big performance out of him, and that's exactly what he got after the relationship with Maka turning sour. He's turned heads here again for this Vas-Y roster. Him and Shabby Dagger going huge, but the damage from Precision Eye, 2,320. That is absolutely massive, Wonderboy.
Yeah, that's a big game for a Slayer. I mean, Precision Eye, 15 kills, 11 assists. I mean, those are 26 kill involvements. That's over half of your team's final kill tally that you alone are involved in. So that's the type of performance we are accustomed to seeing from Precision Eye on Mockit. Now he's not on that team anymore. The questions are being asked of him. Can he still put up that type of performance? I think he's just answered it right there. That's a huge game to tie up the series right there in a game 2.
Well, it's going to be Strongholds on Plaza is our map number 3. The series all tied up at the moment. Your hands on that camouflage. Can you control those strongholds? Which way is it going to be split? These teams are being put together on very short notice as well, so you can't imagine there's too many starting strats, too many setups that they have. But I remember talking to Kimbo, I remember hearing Kimbo say this game has not become about setups, about strategy so much as it's just hitting your shots. That's why we see Cartel being so good. They don't ever seem to miss. Whenever they're down in fights, they still manage to get those reversals, clutch up and get those kills. But at the moment, missed it. Pre-nading the yard, but it is going to go in control of Kroganavaccine. Missed it out top middle, reverses across the map. Can they get a stronghold in their control? Are they going to wait for Slays? Looks like they're patiently waiting and buying their time. Chick gets that first pick, but Shabby Dagger falls as well. And now he drops down into pit. And they're going to be scoring just for the moment. Tommy the Krogan loses the fight between a combination of Missed It and Precision. Like, great job out of them. And now they've got all the scoring in the world. They're going to have a good idea. But shotgun in hand of Speed, and he takes down Precision. Like, now they have full control of the blue side of the map.
Yeah, the kill onto Tommy actually was the biggest one on the map. I was watching Tommy's point of view because he was the man who was able for Kroganavaccine to get the first camo of the game. He snuck away, almost made a play onto Nest, so you keep him alive if you're Vas-Y, then you're in for a world of hurt. But the kill comes in on him, huge kills coming in all across the board really. It's a 2v2 on the map momentarily, but the key thing is, currently it's Vas-Y continuing to score here. They have Nest and bottom middle, and honestly, if you are Kroganavaccine here, maybe you start to push towards a different stronghold instead. They're going to fight for the Nest. Tommy goes down, Precision Eye goes down, Speed's already down, Crossman's trying to get involved, Spore's dead as well. let the bodies hit the floor here, Richie. There is some very, very interesting pushes coming out. The map's gone into a bit more of a sort of traditional setup now where they're spawning yard side, considering they have the yard stronghold. The important thing for them is get the first kill here, whether it's the guy on nest, the guy on bottom middle, and there it is on Mister. Then you can push the bottom middle, and then when you find the players overextending like Shabby Dagger, you pick them off, then you go to nest. Beautiful rotations here, and just as Camo's coming up as well, you're forcing the enemy team to the bottom of the map. This is such a nice period of play here for Kroganavaccine.
After a little bit of chaos, Kroganavaccine have finally got themselves in order. They cleaned house, and now they have got a little bit more control. Still losing scoring all the while though, unfortunately. After getting those picks, they've very easily just given them up again. You need to keep yourself alive, be a factor on the map, because if they take it down, it's free real estate, free territory, and they just gotta pick up the kills and the territory that they need. And at the moment, they are now finally starting to score a bit more, chipping away at that lead. Not too much at the moment, but Crossman does fall, and now Chick soars at the bottom middle, trying to get into a 1v1 of his own, but Tommy the Krogan, he shuts him down.
Yeah, speed with Camo as well, the huge kill that Shabby Dagger's about to finish. And Sport here actually has quite a large kill onto Shabby Dagger to make. He's able to do so because, well, if Sid wins that 1v1, then he's already halfway ticked bottom middle with respawners coming to help him out. So now that kind of resets the map. Good kill from Spore. He had a bit of a slow game too, didn't he, with his statistics. Certainly one he would like back, but you can't get any of the games back here in the Halo 5 Pro Series. You've got to keep moving forward. Spore will trade with Chick, and now it's time for the blue players to flood into bottom middle. Mister has Precision Knight for help, and he's going to take the fights while his teammates are securing the stronghold. And it's back scoring for Vas-Y here on Plaza Strongholds. Another power up for another 40 or so seconds, Richie. So it's just going to be about a slugfest here on bottom middle.
Yep, it's a massive brawl down bottom middle, a slobber knocker, a royal rumble of sorts. Who's going to get thrown over the top rope? Who's going to come out on top? Precision Knight picks off Crossman and manages to not lose a teammate. Still, all the while scoring as well. That's the most impressive thing about this, is that even though they're not fully in control of the map, they keep on scoring, and every time they do try to lose the hill, they manage to just claw it back again, and Shabby Dagger lifts up towards the top nest. Can Tommy the Krogan and co take him down? Speed over towards this tram stairs, this tram loop. He knows his opponent there. No, he just turns around. The timing of that could just pay. He could pay the price if he loses his life here, but manages to stay alive. Scramble. He has got Precision Knight soaring towards him. Manages to get that kill impressively enough to speed, but is finally taken down. And camouflage now has to be very soon, but a triple cap in full effect for Vas-Y.
Yeah, horrible situation to be in for Kroganavaccine. That camouflage was just coming up, and I wondered why we saw so many Vas-Y players continuing that brawl in bottom middle. It's because Chick was flushing in behind with a big flank. Mister with 2 kills in the kill feed there as well is just going to compound the woes here for Kroganavaccine. Crossman joins them on the death screen. After the flank from Chick, 2 of the Vaccine players go down. Tommy grabs Camo, but he has to burn it. 2 kills from that man you see in the kill feed might help them break this triple cap, but that entire spell, just nothing went right for the Vaccine players. Now they're starting to get kills go their way. They're back scoring with Nest and bottom middle. But at this stage of the game, while you're down by this amount, you want to start thinking about that triple cap. Get 2 kills and then go for yard, but instead 2 kills go against them, and now they have to start from square one.
Player having a bit of a struggle this series, particularly in game 1 and now game 3. Although they won game 1, it's Crossman. He only has the 3 kills, and he's just lost his life there again, the top nest, and he's on a bit of a struggle bus at the moment. Needs to pick it up if he wants to see his team be victorious in this game and indeed in this series. He needs to start to pick it up and pick it up now, because things are spiraling out of control for him. The rest of his team need him. Precision Knight now jumps up towards the light rifle, putting some damage down in yard. Wisely decides to just let that one go. There's no panic, no rush. They still have 2 in control. Shabby Dagger gets a kill on the spot. This should be an easy kill for Precision Knight as well. Catches that player speed with his pants down and almost gets the double kill, but does enough damage on that player on garbage truck. The call out should come through, and that player should get cleaned up. Chick gets a kill. Crossman again falls to Mista, and that's going to be it. That's game set there. 2-1 in favor of Vas-Y in the series. 134, and it was really controlled from them from the get-go.
Tell you what, I loved that last life we saw out of Precision Knight. Absolutely. As soon as he grabbed bottom middle, we saw him go towards driveway. He sees 3 players coming off the respawn. I think his initial objective there was to try and block those tram spawns, force them to spawn into blue, and then it's an easy easy load of kills as they funnel into yard. Instead, he sees the 3 players, does damage, backs down, contests yard, backs down, goes to block the blue rotators trying to go to nest, and it's just a really, really mature piece of gameplay there from Precision Eye. Only 7 kills for him, least captures on the team as well, but just goes to show those types of plays, Richie, don't show up on the stat screen. Speaking of the stats, as you highlighted, 3 kills from Crossman. I'm trying to justify his stats here through damage, but he had the least damage in the game as well. So, yeah, rough one for him. He's going to have to shake it off, and an oddball in game 4 to save your tournament life is a high pressure situation. We'll see what he's made of.
Yeah, of course. If you lose now, it's losers bracket round 5. So if you lose now, that is game, set, and match. You will not be seen again until next week's tournament. So it's time for Crossman to pick up the pieces and scramble here, get himself back out, reset the mind. This is a whole new game. And the mind. Here we have Echelon Ball, or Fisher Ball rather. Thank God it's not Echelon Ball. One of my least favourite, it has to be said.
Really?
Yeah, I have to say.
Come on, this is the worst. This is the worst oddball in the game.
I think Echelon. This has
been in rotation for 2 years now, Richie. And players still don't know how to play this. I don't know how to play it. There's no overshield bottom middle. You fight for that every 2 minutes. After that, it's chaos. Hold the ball for as long as you can. Like, that's the extent of my analytical prowess on this map.
You get the ball and you hold the ball. It's very easy to play this map. You get the overshield every now and again, and you keep the ball away from the enemy team. I don't see what the problem is. This is the map's issue, okay? Not the player. This is the player's issue, not the map, is what I should say. But overshield in the hands of Speed, it's getting drained, it's got taken down, but still, you see those players are in a full 4. Nobody's been taken down, but at the moment it's 11-5 in favour of the Vas-Y boys. But it's honours even at the moment as nobody's really been able to take control.
Yeah, Speed here with ball up on the platform. You can't quite see him. I expect him to rotate all the way across the map. So while Mr. and the boys are fighting over here in blue, look at where the ball is. It's all the way across the map. Smart rotation from Speed. He will now be forced to play it as he is the last man alive momentarily for the vaccine. I'm not quite sure I needed to jump off with the ball, but you know, whatever floats your boat, I suppose, on Fisher. He just really couldn't stand the sight of this map anymore, so decided to throw himself into the drink, as you'd say.
We're always talking about German efficiency. Speed just making sure that ball made it into the drink, just making sure it would splash. Yeah, he carried it all the way down. UPS, sign it here, please. At the moment, missed it. We've been on board with him for a very long time. It's simply because he hasn't been taken down, and although he's still putting down damage all the while for his team, gets that kill on the Tommy as well, and camouflage or overshield rather going to be the next 30 or 40 seconds or so. But they're winning all the while here, and if they win here again, that will be game, set, and match. If you want to see Kroganavaccine really picking up the pace here, and Speed and Spa are trying to do that now. They should have ball control, and they have it in a decent place as well.
Time to think about overshield though, and this is one of the most treacherous positions to be in. If you have the ball up on a platform, you're so far away from bottom middle. So I wouldn't be surprised to see overshield go into the hands of blue team here. They look in a decent position while Crossman's just playing his life, and yeah, you can play your life in this situation, but again, you're not going to be contesting that power up. That's gone into the hands of Mister, who's currently chasing the ball across the map. Big double from Crossman. You see him ogre twitching. That's, I mean, 2/3 of the entire kills he got in the second game in one multi-kill right there. So, or the last game, I should say. He's taking down the ball now as well, except, well, Chick's going to stay alive and extend his life. That will frustrate the enemy team. But we're all tied up 52 apiece. No overshield left in play. That's been taken down. So, yeah, we're as you were, I suppose, here on Fisher.
Now, if you're watching this back, Crossman, I'd like to apologise for Harry putting you on blast there. There was absolutely no need for him to highlight that you had gotten a grand total of approximately 5 kills from 2 games. No need whatsoever. But here we are moving on. Crossman still
I had 3 kills
alive.
from the last game.
Yeah, but then 2 kills from... never mind, Harry, right? We're talking about Crossman now,
Okay,
and he's
sorry.
starting to pick things up. Okay. If you put some shots... No, look what you done! Look, you did that! You take responsibility for your actions.
I'm not the man holding the controller here, right? If they need a suitable replacement, Kroganavaccine, you have my number. Slide in the DMs. In the last 45 seconds of us talking, there's been a grand total of 4 seconds scored by both teams. And that's this kind of feeling out period. Look at this stalemate we have on the map right here. Just hanging around the edge of the map are both teams. And you really need 2 kills to go in your favour before you even think about touching that ball. Currently only 1 down on both sides, so Yeah, there is zero movement towards the objective here. This is resident sleeper gameplay here in the Halo 5 Pro Series. Fisher ball for you folks.
Neither team wanting to put their hands on the ball. And, you know, sometimes that's what's required to win a game, but you would think differently if you're looking at this game. Of course, you do need to hold that ball to win. Someone needs to get an email sent urgently to these guys. Someone needs to start making a move. It's not a game of Slayer. You will not win. We will go the distance here at 55 all.
Shield coming up here soon, which is why you see Precision Knight helping his teammate. That's going to be Chick who slams it into his chest. So that's maybe the catalyst for this game to maybe just spring into life, because right now it's on its deathbed. Precision Knight almost gets back. Speed goes down, as does Tommy. Mister joins them. Now, again, that overshield completely nullified. We have had an extra point put on the board, so now it's 56 to 55. That's going to help things out for, well, Kroganavaccine's thoughts of maybe pushing this all the way to the 7-minute time limit. But no, they've lost the lead now, so they're the ones who have to maybe put a bit of emphasis on pushing towards the ball, and Tommy and the boys are going to collapse on blue here. Mister's holding the ball. He needs to make sure his teammates are helping him out.
It's starting to feel like we might have had to celebrate each and every second that was scored. We had a whole overshield cycle and only 1 second put on the board, but now these teams finally starting to move, finally starting to play a bit of Halo, and they're just trading each other one for one. And now he's in big trouble. Speed also still gets taken down as well, and the ball is scoring now for the Vaccine lads.
Yeah, another player having a bit of a rough one here. Again, it's on the side of Kroganavaccine. Tommy the Krogan, he had a huge game one, didn't he? But only 4 kills to his name so far. Does have 16 assists though, so I think we can forgive him for that. Precision Knight here with a big double. He's about to make his 3rd, but Speed denies him of that. And, well, this is a tight, oddball game. I love these tight affairs. We never really see these oddball games really go down to the wire, apart from that one time we saw Cartel and Notorious, or Power, or whatever they were called, Afterbirth, Rebirth, whatever they're called nowadays, go the distance, and it was, I think it was SLG and Cartel who came up on top and then started the reverse sweep. Off the top of my head, that's the only real close oddball game we've had. This one, though, within around 20 points of each other. It's good to see. Overshield coming up soon as well, so maybe Chick needs to think about going towards bottom middle and trying to deal with Crossman, who's the man currently trying to contest that power-up.
I had a really fantastic analytical point to make, and then I heard Afterbirth, and my mind's gone blank. I've gone a bit numb. Ears are starting to ring, but now Chick, he's got that pistol in his hand, picks up a double kill, gets a kill to Tommy. And I like to see this from Tommy. He realised Crossman was having a struggle this series, and he decided, you know what, I'll bottom board this game just for you.
He does have 19 assists though. The next nearest in the game is 11. So that's quite a remarkable tally, honestly. Chick here has just forced the enemy down low. I thought he fell off the map, but well, these players are doing work in terms of staying on the map here, Rich. He's much better than me. Whenever I play this map, I fall off at least 3 times, and that's mostly because I thrust slide and go over a tiny little bump and it buggers my whole movement. But Tommy, the man who's struggling so far in the kills column, is tasked with trying to break this setup, and honestly, the longer he stays alive and chimes in with kills like this, the easier it's going to be for the rest of his team to flood in. Now it's up to Speed to clean up Precision Knight. He does just that, and well, what a break, and all of that comes from Tommy staying alive and converting his no shields into shields and into a kill as well. That just completely turns the tide, and now they can start scoring.
And scoring they are. They're up by just about 30 seconds now. And with the way the game was going early, I mean, we got 1 second in about 4 minutes of gameplay, so this could pretty much be the win if it stays the way it is.
Not wrong. The next pivotal moment on the map, I feel, is the ball is reset again. In fact, Chick has scooped it up early while there were 3 of the Kroganavaccine players dead. So now they have a bit of a setup. First kill and second kill goes their way as well, thanks to Mister. And this is a great time to not only start scoring some points here, obviously to chip away at that lead, but also because Overshield's coming up. So you keep them frantic, you keep them sweating about you eventually gaining the lead, which is what I think is going to happen here momentarily. Then all of a sudden they forget about the Overshield, you grab that, and it's like a double whammy. So we'll see if Sid is able to finish off these kills in bottom middle, but Tommy with a big double. He was struggling in the kills column, but he's just won his team an Overshield, and that could be very pivotal towards the end of the game.
And Overshield in the chest of Speed, looking to do some work, looking to get back into the lead, down by 8 seconds or so. in a 2v1 here. Needs to try and get out of dodge. His overshield completely wiped clean. It's been EMP'd all out of power, and that's great work from Vas-Y.
It really is right when it needed to be as well, because yes, they're in the lead, but I mean, at this point, an 8-point lead could be as dangerous as they come, because all it takes is one decent push from Kroganavaccine, and they will get a big chunk of time. So just keep an eye on the kill feed here. Trades either side, but Crossman.
Oh, Crossman,
buddy. There is no solid piece of land right there. Straight into the drink. And we're getting to the area of the game here, Richie, where points start to count for double if you are Vas-Y, because obviously you want to edge towards the 150 point mark, but if you think it's going to go the distance, then the more points you get, obviously the more pressure it puts onto Kroganavaccine to try and get those points back before the time limit ends up. So every point you hit counts for 2 if you're blue.
Yep, every second you take eats into their time, as there's not much time remaining, not much sand left in the glass, and Vas-Y and co, they've got the ball in the hand and they're starting to rotate, but no, it's just been played, and Precision Eye in a 1v1, but 3 dead now. It's time to get that ball, it's time to get it fast.
Yeah, it looks like it's Speed who's grabbed it. Shabby Dagger, the one trying to contest it, but he is going to escape with his life, and well, the exact points we were just making about blue now also apply to red as they're about to gain the lead, but no, we're tied on 126. Nice nade will tag Precision Eye here as well from Speed. Crossman has his back, and the only blue member alive is Chick. He's across the map, so we've got about 1 push left here from Vas-Y to try and break this setup, and it has to be perfect, and it has to be soon.
Yep, and all the while only about 12 seconds remaining. They're going to need to get over there fast, and Spa has just picked up the overshield as well, and that's going to hurt them matters even more. Spa just gets the kill onto Miss and Speed. It's just going to clean up the points, ticks away, and that is going to be that 150 to 126 for Kroganavaccine.
Did they forget they were playing ball?
I don't think they were playing ball the entire game, Harry. Were you not there during the 55 game? Nobody touched the ball for hours.
I just forgot that there was going to be a game 5 if they didn't kill Speed with the ball. I mean, okay, whatever. I'll just move on from that. 23 assists from Tommy the Krogan, by the way. That is a decent performance indeed. I think I'm right in saying the most kill involvements in the entire game. So yeah, he doesn't finish the kills, but he's certainly putting the damage down. The damage dealt statistic backs that up as well. He had the most damage in the game. So yeah, we were hating on him a little bit. He didn't completely pull a crossman in game 4, which is always nice to see.
Is that what we're calling it now? The crossman?
I made it a thing.
You've just made that a thing.
But game 5, no crossmans here, please. We need to see every player firing at their very best if we are going to see this one go down to the wire.
Somebody I'd like to dig out in that last game is a man who got a lot of kills, but no ball time. He didn't even pick it up by accident. Shabby Dagger, 0 seconds on the ball. Start doing some objective, man. All right, maybe not now. It's about killing for this next game, but for the future.
This is your first time casting Shabby Dagger, I see. He doesn't do objective. He's a ball player. And by a ball player, I mean a kill player. He goes for kills and he grabs balls. There, nailed it.
Oh, I was wondering how you were going to rework balls back in.
It was a segue.
Yeah, you've caught me unawares there. And here we go. It's going to be Slayer for game 5. We've seen a quick glimpse of the scatter shot sniper rifle outside. It looks as though missed it, and the boys are going to go straight for that. It looks like camouflage. Has Tommy just managed to scamper away with his life? Yes, he has. He's been chased and hunted down into the sewer like a rat, so he is. And down he falls into the abyss. And Spa putting out some sneaky shots onto Mista from the basement door. And it's 2-2, but who has got the sniper rifle? It's going to be Speed, but he's in the respawn screen as well, so it's a scramble at the start.
Yeah, Sniper going off the map as well, so this could lead to a very, very scrappy 2 minutes of play until the next camouflage fight comes up in around, well, about a minute and a half. We'll call it 2 minutes while we're rounding up. But the key point is now for both of these two teams, A, find out where the scatter shot is. That's in the hands of Shabby Dagger right now. So I suppose you could say in terms of weaponry, advantage Vas-Y, as you'll see in the kill feed. The problem is, though, that they're kind of outside the map at the moment, and when you're in the lead, you need to try and keep control of the middle of the map, because if you go a man down over tower side like they just have, you need to try and get some penetration back in the map. You want to force the enemy team to either spawn bunker while you're on the inside or spawn carbine while you're also on the inside, so that you can just easily predict where they're going to move. But while they have the inside of the map, they have the complete freedom. So it's all up to Shabby Dagger here to start making some plays, either distract the enemy team or get some kills going in the team's favour even better. And well, this is about to be a nice double, but no, Spore with the jukes breaks his ankles. 30 seconds till camo. Speed will eventually go down, but well, this one is very close indeed here, Richie.
Yeah, if I have to say, if Shabby Dagger had gotten that kill, I would have been asking, can we rename him the Scatty Dagger? But unfortunately, he does fall, ankle snapped in half, and he dies, goes straight to the respawn screen. And Tommy the Krogan now just trying to identify anybody he can, put some shots in, put some damage in. He does find Shabby Dagger. Did he get away? Yes, he did. And nobody there to take the clean up. And now Tommy will put some shots into miss. That should be a clean and easy kill, which it is. But Shabby answers back onto Crossman. And now Tommy loses his life. It's going to be a scramble for the camouflage. Now Precision Light pops into his chest, just needs to get away, stay alive, and be a factor on the map here.
Yeah, you see the power of that position from Chick there. E2 side is always going to be your best bet for camouflage. Spore gets spit roasted by two players right there. Precision Light and Shabby Dagger, I believe it was. Yeah, we're after hours here. It was after the watershed, I think.
I don't know, Harry. You've said penetration and now spit roast. Well, I'm reading here.
Wait until we get to afterbirth or rebirth, whatever they're called. All kinds. But it's such a powerful position, isn't it? E2 side. You have so many escape routes, but you also have the height on the camouflage. Chick put it into perfect effect, allowed Precision Knight to grab the camo. He, though, has gone down to Mister, who has the scatter in his hands. So it's an interesting position. It wasn't actually Mister who took him down, because obviously they're teammates, but it was someone else. I think it was Crossman who had the scatter. I don't know. I'm still thinking about
somebody died. Spit roast and penetration is what these teams need right now. And Crossman's got the scatter shot. Fabi speed has got the sniper rifle, so they've got all the ingredients they need to have a good party here. A nice feast. They get some kills. Crossman gets a perfect 5 onto Mista. Now we might see games slow down here as the other team realizes that all the power weapons are in the favor of Kroganavaccine.
Yeah, but nightmare situation here for Vas-Y. They need to identify the situation that they are locked outside the map. They have speed, the danger man on the other side with sniper. But they're just allowing them a bit too much room here, Kroganavaccine. If I'm them, I try and pin them outside. Precision Knight will get tagged, that'll back him down. But Mister needs to be cleaned up by these two players. They're all scrambling around trying to kill him, and well, that's allowed Chick to come in to kill Speed. Chick gets traded, Spore gets traded. There's trades all over the place, but ultimately I think it's Kroganavaccine who come out on top with the sniper and a +1 out of that entire situation. So it's a 3-point lead to them now. They still have the inside of the map, but credit to Vas-Y, they're actually on a bit of an E flank as Camo's up here as well. So really important to keep an eye on the kill feed. Crossman, by the way, Top Gun medal for him. Precision Knight has camo. He's been taken down. And Crossman is really stepping up here. 10 kills, most in the game. Wanted a big game out of him, and he seems to be a Game 5 player.
We wanted just any kind of game from him. I think he's managed to put together and scrape a performance in Game 5. And I have to be honest, if I want a teammate to show up, Game 5 is when it is. And they're ahead now by 6 kills, and Crossman 10 kills, 5 assists and 5 deaths. So he's doing a fantastic job at the moment. Precision Light gets taken down by the hands of Speed, and now Chick takes down Speed himself. So there's trades coming in all over the place. Lower in Brexit times, we can still trade in EU Halo.
See the trades, like you say, coming in, and Precision Knight does well to maybe chip at that deficit a little bit. He's getting overzealous for me though. He needs to remember where he is. He's in a Game 5 here, and his team is down. Don't try and be a hero. You don't have to take all 4 players down at once. Keep your team close and don't give away any silly kills at this point. Camouflage not for another, we'll say 50 or so seconds, but they're in danger here, Vas-Y, of just going down too easily, and Chick and Shabby Dagger are chiming in with kills. That will help out the situation completely. But they need to make sure they are no easy deaths now. They need to be on the same page. They need to keep the inside of the map here, Richie, for the remainder. Sniper in 12, camo shortly afterwards. So you get those 2 things in your favour, it's not a lost cause. But look at the kill feed. They're just going down to grenades, and it's all too easy. Chick joins them on the death screen, and right as Sniper's coming up, that could be the nail in the coffin.
They died at the worst possible times, just feeding and dying, just getting averaged time after time, and if you're playing against players of this sort of quality, they will make you pay for them mistakes, and they only need 2 kills now, and Speed is just wobbling wigs left and right. Can he get that no scope? No, he can't, but I don't think it's going to matter too much as he drops down towards the basement door. He's probably not going to need that camo. He was going to bait it, but you see Shabby Dagger's body falling on top of it, and that is it for Game 5. It's going to be Kroganavaccine who make it to Losers Rounds Finals.
GG. Poor Shabby Dagger. He saw camouflage and was like, don't worry, lads, I can save the game. 3 Kroganavaccine players staring at him, and credit to them as well. Kroganavaccine, they were 2-1 down in this series, and they came back. Crossman with a huge game, 15-7, 14-7 from Speed joining him, and that's all there is to be said on the stats because Halo 5 is just doing Halo 5 things. But wow, that was an intense series. I didn't have that one with Game 5 written all over it, but they were really evenly matched, and what else can you say? A Game 5 masterclass right there from Crossman and Speed.
Yeah, we didn't have a build as a Game 5, but it had all the potential, both sets of players, well experienced and good enough to go the distance. And at this time with Crossman, he turned up big. We were slating him at the start of the show. Well, it was Harry. I didn't have much to do with it. It was all Harry, really.
I'll say it, yeah.
I was always his best of friends, was I and Crossman, but Harry had him on blast. But they've punched their ticket to the Losers Round Finals. They've got rebirth, not afterbirth, as you might have been believed. They might have been led astray by Wonder Boy, but it's now they've got SLG, they've got all the greats. They have SLG, Kimbo, Mose, and Snipe Drone waiting for them now. Is that going to be the end of the road for them, or can they go one step further and make it to the winners' finals here, Harry?
It's a good question. I think the one thing that they can take from playing this team they're up against next is that they've already dropped a game in the losers or in the winners bracket previously in the tournament. Against Sanart and Outcast and the boys. So you've earned your stripes here. You've earned your way to the losers bracket finals. You deserve to be here. You've proven that. You've just proven it in a Game 5 fashion. So they're here for the taking. We'll see if they can really get rolling and push afterbirth. Is that what they're called? Rebirth? Reborn? Something like that. After what? Whatever they're called.
Something, yes. Whatever. Power. I think it's Power.
Notorious
Power.
We'll see if they can push them all the way. I would love to see another Game 5 personally, but we know the caliber of players they're up against here in their losers final. So it's going to be a really, really tall order, I think.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break as we get the lobbies all lined up and good to go. We get everything locked in. We'll be back very, very shortly.